Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all assembled devotees. A warm welcome. I would like to thank all the Japa leads. Today, let's start with short Bhagavatam class. So today's verse is 1.15.30. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let's start with short Kirtan. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे जयो राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जयो गांधर्विक गिरिधारी गौर हरि नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। Hare Krishna. Today's verse is Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 15th chapter, 13th sloka. गीतं भगवतज्ञानं यत्तत् सङ्ग्राममुद्यनी कालकर्मातमोरुद्धं पुनरद्यागमत् प्रभो word to word meaning. Geetam instructed, Bhagavata by the personality of Godhead, Jnanam transcendental knowledge, Yat what, Tat that, Sangrama Murtyani in the midst of battle, Kala Karma time and action, Tama Ruddha enwrapped by such darkness, Puna Adyagamat revived them again, Prabhu the Lord of the senses. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjala shalakaya chakshurunmilitamena tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Patapam Guru Maharaj ki jai. Translation: because of the Lord's pastime and activities, and because of his absence, it appeared that Arjuna forgot the instruction left by the personality of Godhead. But factually, this was not the case, and again he became Lord of the senses. Purport. Excuse me. A conditioned soul is enwrapped in his fruitive activities by the force of eternal time. But the Supreme Lord, when he incarnates on the earth, is not influenced by Kala or the material conception of past, present, and future. The activities of the Lord are eternal and they are manifestations of his Atma Maya or eternal potency. All pastimes or activities of the Lord are spiritual in nature, but to the layman, they appear to be on the same level of material activities. It so appeared that Arjuna and the Lord were engaged in the battle of Kurukshetra as the other part also engaged, but factually the Lord was existing his mission of incarnation and association with his eternal friend Arjuna. Therefore, such apparently material activities of Arjuna did not drive him away from his transcendental position, but on the contrary his consciousness of the song of the Lord as he sung them personally His revival of consciousness is assured by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita 18.65 as follows. Manmanabhava matbhakto madhyajam mam namaskurum mamaivasya satyam te pratijyane Prayer Sime. One should think of the Lord always. The mind should not forget him. One should become a devotee of the Lord and offer obeisances unto him. One who lives in this fashion becomes unbonded, endowed with the blessings of the Lord by achieving the shelter of his lotus feet. There is no doubt to There is nothing to doubt about this eternal truth because Arjuna was his confidential friend. The secret was disclosed here. Arjuna had no desire to fight with the relatives, but he fought for the mission of the Lord. He was always engaged in the execution of the mission only, and therefore, after the Lord's departure, he remained in the same transcendental position, even though it appeared that he forgot all the instructions of the Bhagavad Gita. One should therefore adjust the activities of life in peace with the mission of the Lord. And by doing this, one is sure to return back to Godhead. This is the highest perfection of life. Hare Krishna. Here, in the purport, Prabhupada explains the highest perfection of life. What is the highest perfection of life? First of all, let's understand the difference between the conditional soul and elevated soul. As we know, the conditional soul, it will be bounded with three gunas, three modes of nature. That is sattva guna, tamo guna, and rajo guna. But the elevated soul, no, it will not be influenced by three gunas. It simply acts spiritually. And the conditioned soul, it is bonded by fruitive activities by force of eternal time, kala, therefore influenced by three gunas, with addition of the past karmas. But Supreme Personality of Godhead is not influenced by kala or karma or by three gunas, neither by any of the gunas, nor he is influenced by any of the present, past, and future activities. So conditioned soul activities are interactive of three gunas, but the supreme activities are not like that. They are spiritual. So in this sloka, Prabhupada explains that all the pastimes of Krishna, his name is transcendental and all his pastimes are transcendental. For example, let's take stealing butter. Stealing butter is a wonderful pastime. Feeding monkeys the same butter. That is really transcendental. But ordinary materialistic man cannot understand this. Not only stealing butter, a baby crawling. So there is difference between an ordinary baby crawling and Krishna crawling. Just imagine how much Yashoda Maya would have been enjoyed the pastimes. And flute playing. Like this, if you take many pastimes of Krishna, they are transcendental. How many ever times you listen to these pastimes, you will never get bored because they are transcendental. For example, let us take materialistic example. If some movie is being released or something like that, what happens once you can see that movie twice, you can see that movie thrice, you will know what is happening in that movie. Fourth time, you will lose the interest in that. But Krishna's pastimes are not like that. How many ever times you read, you enjoy the rasa. Each time you read or you hear or you share the pastimes, each time you share, each time the rasa will be increasing because they are transcendental. Krishna's name, form, quality, pastime, everything is transcendental. No doubt in this. For example, let's discuss about the Govardhana Leela. So Govardhana Leela, it's a beautiful pastime done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just imagine a 7 years, 10 days old boy lifting a mountain, Govardhana mountain, in his little finger. Nowadays, kids, 7 years in the sense, they'll be studying around first standard or second standard. They can't lift a pencil or a pen like this and stand for hours together. Just imagine. So that is the mentality of materialistic people, understanding about Krishna. But who are in the transcendental platform or who are spiritual, they understand that Krishna is transcendental. His pastime is transcendental. Why did people of Vrindavana worship Lord Indra? so that they get the blessings for their crops, because their lifestyle was, they were dependent on the agriculture and the cattle breeding. So for the blessings, they wanted Indra's mercy. So that is the reason they depended on Indra. But in Vrindavan, people depended on agriculture and cattle breeding. We need to first note that. So they were doing puja to please Indra. In the meantime, Krishna tells that Indra puja is not required. As per scriptures, also it is not important. So what happens? All like Vrajavasis, they do Govardhana puja. So Indra will get angry. What he will do? He will shower heavy rains and storm. Due to this, complete Vrindavan, all the trees will fall down, and complete Vrindavan will be filled with water. People run here and there. Later they go to Krishna and they ask for shelter. What did Krishna do? In his left hand, left little finger, he just lifted the Govardhana hill. And he gave protection for the complete region, complete people and cattle, everything, the living entities which are there in Vrindavan. So just imagine a 7 years old boy, 7 years, 10 days old boy doing this pastime. So later Indra realizes his mistake and asks for the apologies. Just listen, this pastime is so wonderful. The same pastime you can hear for 100 times, 1,000 times also, you will not get bored, because that is transcendental. Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes, everything is transcendental. So in this sloka, already also they mentioned that Bhagavad Gita 18.63. It is Gunatamam, the complete confidential knowledge. Krishna tells only one thing. Always think about me, become my devotee, worship me, and pay obeisances unto me. Thus you will come back to me. This is the absolute truth. I promise you, my dear friend Arjuna. See, just 4 things to be done. There is nothing like you have to do Oma, Yajna, Vrata, Tapa, nothing like that. Just to remember him all the time, become his devotee, worship, and pay obeisances. That's it. Your visa and passport to Golok Vrindavan will be ready. Again, he confirms in Bhagavad Gita 9.34. Being completely absorbed in me, you will surely come back to me. Again, he certifies there. Supreme Personality of Godhead is so merciful that he certifies in every now and then in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, telling that just remember me, I'll take you back. I assure you that I will take you back to Godhead. Manmana bhava mad bhaktho. There also he tells, just engage all your senses and surrender unto me. That's it. So in this sloka, Arjuna is depressed. He is lost. The same thing happens with us also sometimes, right? In spite of having everything, we feel helplessness, we feel weak, we lose our mind, we feel unsecured. Why? Because we are depending on the materialistic, we are in the materialistic level. But Arjuna is not like that. He did just one thing where he came out of this depression. What did he do? He just remembered about the pastimes of the Lord. As I said, transcendental. Krishna is transcendental, his name, form, everything is transcendental. He just remembered the pastimes of the Lord, and what happens? Immediately he get energized. He will be fear. His fear in the heart will be gone. He'll become fearless. He becomes steady. He became happy within. When he thinks about Krishna and his pastimes, he feel happy. So he will just move on with the time. That is the power of Bhagavad Gita. That is the power of instructions given by Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada says that there is no difference between Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. When you hold Bhagavad Gita in your hand, it's like you're holding Krishna. And when you are studying Bhagavad Gita, please remember Krishna is studying you. Let's understand this with a small example. Here, everyone would have seen the scanning machine. What is the work of scanning machine? It scans the complete body and detects the problem, what is there in the body, so that will help the doctors to give the treatment. Similarly, when we read Bhagavad Gita sincerely, the malina in our heart will vanish, will get purified. Our heart will get purified. Krishna is residing in our heart. We should never forget that he is sitting in our heart. He reciprocates. He starts reciprocating when you start reading Bhagavad Gita and understanding it. And from there, the happiness starts. In this Kali Yuga, we'll be seeing many people who are suffering like hell, and they cry, sit and cry. But the difference between the non-devotee and devotee is a devotee never cries. If you see a devotee, they'll be so happy in spite of having so many materialistic problems in their life. They don't care for that. Do you know why? The only reason is they believe that Krishna is with that person. The person who believes, or a devotee who believes that nothing is based on the past karmas or the present or the future karmas. It is all, I depend on Krishna and he will take care of the rest. That's it. Everything will be taken care by him. One small pastime I would like to share. This happened in Sri Rangam. What happens? A Bada Brahmana will be there, a illiterate Brahmana. Illiterate Brahmana, he will be reading Bhagavad Gita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passes that way and he sees this illiterate Brahmana reading Bhagavad Gita, and nearby people who all are there, they start speaking, they start laughing against him, they start teasing him and everything. But this Brahmana doesn't get, nothing influences him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then asks him, what are you studying? What are you reading? At that time, this Brahmana, illiterate Brahmana tells that I'm reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay, then the second question asks this Mahaprabhu asks, why are the tears in your eyes? So this Brahmana, he tells, see, Lord is so merciful. He is very merciful towards his devotees. He is catching the reins of the horse in this hand and riding the chariot. He is sitting in the platform, lowest platform, and his devotee is in the highest platform. Just to see how merciful is Krishna. He is very much merciful. Seeing this, the water is falling from my eyes. Tears are coming out of my eyes. Listening to this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blesses the Brahmana. Srila Prabhupada tells, why did that Brahmana get blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Because he listened to Guru's instruction. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, who told you to read this Bhagavad Gita? He told, my Guru instructed me to read Bhagavad Gita. That is the reason I am reading Bhagavad Gita. Here he gave respect. The Brahmana, illiterate Brahmana gave Maryada, respect to his Guru. He obeyed his Guru's instructions. That is the reason he got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A person who surrenders and gives respects to his Guru, same as equal as Krishna, then all the malina in the heart will be removed. Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakai chakshurunmilitamena tasmai Shri Guruvim Namaha. So Guru gives us knowledge and he purifies our heart. He removes the malina in our heart and he shows the way in Krishna. Going back, how to go back to Goloka Vrindavan. Now Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the route map. How we have Google map. If you want to travel from one place to unknown another place, we use Google map. In the same way, to run a human life successfully, Bhagavad Gita is required. Then what is Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is the practical experience of the devotees. What happened to the devotees who trusted, who believed, who understood the transcendental knowledge, who went in that path? What happened to the devotees? They were, that is given in the Bhagavatam. The practical experiences of the devotees. Like Amrish Maharaj, through Navavida Bhakti, he proved. Even he could stop the Sudarshan Chakra. So that is the power of a devotee. And not only that, we'll get the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj, Prahalad Maharaj, Kunti Maharani. In so many circumstances, she explains that Lord saved her and her family, her sons, her daughter-in-law. So that's what we understand in Bhagavatam. So through one small example, practical example, let's understand how to become a devotee. Like everyone know what is buttermilk, right? Let's understand this buttermilk through 5 senses. First, if we see this buttermilk through eyes, what happens? You can see something liquid substance, floating liquid substance in the glass, right? That same buttermilk, if you smell, you can just feel the aroma. That's it, the smell of the buttermilk. If you use your ear to know about buttermilk, you can know some of the nutritional values and the health benefit in that. If you use your hand to feel the buttermilk, You will know the texture, either it is cold or hot. These things you will know. But once you drink it, use your mouth to feel it, then only you will understand the complete benefit of buttermilk. Similarly, in this case, how to approach God? We should approach God with selfless devotion. That is bhakti. Selfless devotion is nothing but bhakti seva. Only then we can get complete understanding of God. So if you want to understand God, you have to be in bhakti. You need to understand what is devotional service and act accordingly. But when we approach God by selfish motive, what happens? Then same like buttermilk is being known through our organs, any one organ, what is the result? The same thing happens. What happens? You will be getting only one or two benefits. The benefits is very low. You will get only partial benefit. Hence, let's approach the God with devotion. Complete benefit will be received from that. A bhakta will never think of outside world. This is the practical application. A bhakta will never think what is happening in the outside world because he always thinks to enlighten. He listens to his guru and he will start learning all the shastras and know about the God because he knows God is sitting within his heart. So he never thinks about the outside world. As Krishna guides Arjuna to fight to complete his mission, Krishna tells Arjuna to raise above the three modes. Then only he will become Nirbandha, free from dualities. In this Kali Yuga, we are always bounded with the three gunas. This is Dukkalayam, Ashashvatam. How much ever money is there, how much ever wealth is there, name is there, fame is there, this is of no use. Because one day when you take the birth and it is confirmed that the other day you need to die. And while going, you don't carry any of your name, fame, wealth, nothing. If you're getting lakhs of friends also, you will not carry not even 1 rupee. But a bhakta, always who carries the transcendental knowledge, who loves Krishna, who accepts Guru and runs according to his instructions, Guru's instructions, he is the most happiest person in this world. Bhagavad Gita is Rasamrita Sindhu, and we are just a bindu. It is not that 18 chapters, 700 slokas we complete and we tell, yes, I have read Bhagavad Gita. No, that is not the thing. Each time you read Bhagavad Gita, what happens? It purifies. We learn more. We add one more point to our understanding. So that is the reason we need to read Bhagavad Gita again and again, again and again, again and again. Because Bhagavad Gita is the king of knowledge. It is the secret of secret. The most confidential secret has been revealed in that. It is the highest knowledge. Okay, we will know about the dharma, what is exact dharma. And uncontrolled mind can be controlled by reading Bhagavad Gita. How many of you want happiness? In this world, everyone wants happiness, right? But we can get this. How can we get this? Prabhupada tells, reading scriptures, understanding and spreading. By doing these three things, we can be happy and we can give happiness to others also. Just reading scriptures, understanding what is there in scriptures and spreading the same what is there in scriptures. Srila Prabhupada did this. He spread, he never kept the knowledge within himself. He spread, he went to Pashyanta Desa. He went to outside countries. He changed hippies to happy people. How was this all possible? By accepting the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is residing in our heart. He's already present in our heart. It is not that only after reading Bhagavad Gita he came into our heart. No. He's already present, but we are not turning our head and seeing that Krishna is present there. Nowadays, many people love dogs like something. They make sleep together, they take it for walking and everything. Just take a second to know what is God and start loving Him. Just imagine how happy they will be. So like this, when a devotee, he believes, he goes according to Guru's instructions, it is very easy for him to accept Krishna. So we have got many examples in the Bhagavatam, many pastimes in the Bhagavatam, which tells even a materialistic person was changed as a devotee. We can take Ajamila's story. Ajamilo also, seeing one side, his bhakti was put down, and he enjoyed the materialistic life. And during his aged time, what happened when his Kala came, both the Yamadutas and Vishnu Dutas both started quarreling. At that time, he realized, and he calls his younger son, that the last son, Narayana, he calls Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Lord Narayana only gives the instruction. He tells no. He sends back the Yamadutas. Why is this? Because God, no, He will be listening. When will we call Him? When will we surrender unto Him? So just 1 second, someone asks Prabhupada how long it will take to become a devotee or accepting a Krishna. So Prabhupada replies, just 1 second is enough. So it doesn't take millions of years. No, just to accept Krishna, it takes only 1 second. Just accept Krishna. Your karmas, past janma karmas, not only now, all the karmas will be vanquished. Your visa and passport to Golok Vrindavan will be confirmed. So not only that, in Lord Chaitanya's time, past times, we can see Jagai and Madai. Even they were so versed, they drank and they hit Nityananda Mahaprabhu only. But Lord Chaitanya was so merciful that he showered blessings on them also. They also turned as a devotee. Like this, we see many of the pastimes where a non-devotee also can become a devotee by the mercy of Guru. Here Nityananda Prabhu was a Guru for Jagai and Madai, who showed the way towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this sloka, Arjuna controls his senses by remembering the pastimes of the Lord. So like this only, he's setting as an example. Here Arjuna is setting as an example for us. He's showing as an example whenever we get bewildered, whenever we feel insecure, just read the scriptures. That will only give you all the solutions for all your problems. So this is all about the sloka today. I'd like to thank Matrapati Prabhu and Parabhakti Mataji for giving this wonderful opportunity. And this is only an attempt to please my Guru, Krishna, and all the Vaishnavas. If I've done any mistake, I would like to request for the apologies. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
It's a
Krishna,
very,
Prabhu.
very wonderful class. Very slowly, very attentively, you have taken us to the glories of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you very much. And we will keep it open for any other devotees if they have any questions and comments. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for a nice explanation about the verse, Srimad Bhagavatam verse. Very nice explanation.
All glories to all Vaishnavas.
For me, today the takeaway point was in any situation, one should not go here and there searching for solutions. It is all there in the scriptures. So just open Srila Prabhupada books and you can read. So definitely there is solution. So this was a very nice takeaway point. So we are so engrossedly in this material world that we take up so many things and so many things we want to do and not to do. But then we gave a very nice explanation. Read the scriptures, be happy. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Mansi.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. All glories to all the Vaishnavas.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji.
So nice class, Mataji, with a lot of examples. My pick-up point is Bhagavad Gita is nothing but a Krishna's lotus feet. Thanks a lot, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for understanding. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat.
ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೂ ನೆನ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಭಗವಂತನ ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಭಗವಂತ ರಿಯಲ್ ಭಕ್ತನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂರಿಸಿ ತಾನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಕೆಳಗಿಳಿತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಚಾರಿಯಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಅದಂತೂ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದೊಂದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ಭಕ್ತನ್ನ ಮೊಸರು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ. ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊಸರು ಬರೀ ಮೆಲ್ಲಕ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತಷ್ಟೇ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಬರೀ ಕೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಸುಖ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಸುಖ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡುತ್ತೆ. ಬರೀ ಮುಟ್ಟದೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಶ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ದಂಡವತ್ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ.
Thank you, Mataji. All glories to all Vaishnava.
Okay, so because Veda Mataji is the brand ambassador of our Bhagavad Gita distribution, and single-handedly Mataji can able to distribute hundreds and hundreds of Bhagavad Gitas. So especially on Vaikuntha Ekadasi, Mataji has a vow that she should distribute at least 108 books, otherwise she will not go to home. So because of distributing so many Gitas and connecting many people and connecting Bhakti Vriksha, she has really got purified. Then she has got the opportunity to speak about Bhagavad Gita, and she is the person who can able to talk about Bhagavad Gita. It's a very nice class, Mataji. We hope to hear more and more from you. Maybe you can also speak in between Kannada, whatever languages you know, so that we can reach as many people as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu, for giving this opportunity. Hare Krishna.